so let's start with this one. First things first, I really don't think Tess Holliday should be considered a role model. I don't even really think she should have been allowed on the cover of a magazine, because I don't think we should be promoting models who are unhealthy. And this doesn't just go for like overweight, obese models. I don't think we should be promoting underweight and anorexically thin models either. Basically, if you don't have like a clean bill of health from your doctor saying that your body is within a healthy weight range, you shouldn't be a model. We don't want young people trying to emulate your body.
Okay. Listen. Size 2X or 3X is not size inclusive. Abercrombie, not size inclusive. They've released new sizes. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Can I fit into them? No. Can anyone bigger than me fit into them? No. Is that inclusive? No. Anthropology is not even inclusive. They advertise that they are. They only go up to a size 24. All of these brands, Aerie, whatever, they preach body love, but they only go up to a fucking 20, 18. I'm a size 22. My pants are undone. I'm not going to talk about it. Me, okay? How do you expect? I can barely shop anywhere. But I still hold privilege being a mid-fat, okay? How are people bigger going to find clothes? Okay. Listen.
Alright, so let's start with the beginning of the bullshit. So this girl I'm assuming it's a girl, but correct me if I'm wrong. This person is complaining that Abercrombie, all these other brands she mentioned, aren't size inclusive. Well, here's the thing. Not every brand has to be inclusive to you. I'm pretty small, I'm 5'4", I'm 120 pounds. I can't shop at Torrid. I have issues shopping at some stores like Hot Topic because their dresses are not the chest is too loose for me and it falls down, so I don't really wear dresses from them. Which sucks, but I mean, that's just the reality. Not every brand has to cater to me. I can't shop at Torrid, and that's fine because that brand's not made for me. It's not made for somebody my size. If you want to complain that something is not in your size, that's fine, but it's not the brands being, discriminatory towards you. That's just them capitalizing on their target market, and their target market is not you. If you don't like it, you can do something about it. If I wanted to fit in Torrid, I could simply gain weight. It wouldn't be that hard. It's honestly not. I just have to eat more calories than I burn in a day. So if this person has such an issue that they can't fit in clothes they want to wear, well, the solution is simple, sweetheart. You just have to start losing some weight.
You guys can all judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier. You guys.
Okay, so I actually want to talk about this. Not because there's anything wrong with it. This is amazing. It's really difficult, especially if you're at that size. Your body's probably hurting, your knees are in pain, you might not have the best stamina, it's hard to breathe with that extra weight on your chest. Walking is a perfect start. Walking is so easy. Most people can do it. The treadmills are a really good start, and while you're building your stamina, you're building your confidence, and then you can start working on the harder things at the gym. You can start pushing yourself. You can start working more towards your goal, be that losing weight, gaining muscle, or just feeling better about yourself. I mean, if you're already at a healthy size, but you just want to focus more on your fitness, that's totally fine. I have no issues with this person going to the gym and just walking on the treadmill. In fact, I commend it, and we should all commend it. That's amazing. We should be proud of this person. I hope they're proud of themselves because that's awesome. This is a huge step forward in their life, in their health, both their physical and their mental health. It's really good.
I know I always said that I could never hurt you.
Okay, so first of all, I don't have an issue with their style. I actually think their style looks pretty good. I want to talk about how much weight they've gained and how that isn't really great. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this video, you know it's not great. But I think during the pandemic, a lot of people, they felt isolated, they felt scared, they were really stressed, and a lot of them turned to food. And while I don't think you should necessarily be ashamed of that, because a lot of people, their safety nets kind of fell apart. You couldn't go to the gym. You know, maybe you weren't always working. You were stressed out about that because you had like some financial troubles. You were stressed. So I think that as we're coming out of this pandemic, hopefully, like, I hope we don't get another wave. That would suck. But as gyms start to open up, as community centers start to open up, I hope that we can start working on losing weight. I hope we start seeing some like 2020 March, and then like after the pandemic and people are losing weight and they're improving themselves. I think that would be amazing.
They don't know that I know this hack.
Yeah? Well, you need a salad because you're fat as fuck.
I swear these stories are the skinny girl equivalent of, and then everyone in Trader Joe's clapped. 'Cause, oh my god, that never happened.
They don't.
Alright, so first of all, I don't understand why fat activists go after skinny people so much. I mean, you hear fat acceptance people talk so much shit about skinny people. It's ridiculous. They're like, oh, they're not healthy, they look anorexic, they must starve themselves to get to that weight, they have so much privilege because they can fit in one airplane seat. Like, if you want to talk about how there's such fat phobia and thin people hate you so much, maybe try being nicer. Be so much easier. So first of all, the reason that I saved this was because I think it's hilarious that a white woman is complaining that a white woman reached out to her. Like, baby, this is the pot calling the kettle black, or in this case, the cutlery calling the other cutlery silver. Like, come on. You are also white. But then also, don't believe bullshit supplements. Do your research, and not just into their website. Check around. I mean, I know, don't believe everything you read on social media, but Reddit has some really great subreddits for supplements and things like that where you can see what's legit and what's bullshit. And that's the reason that I saved this. And I think it's funny that white people hate other white people so much.
We do not care.
Okay, so first of all, I think it's really, really weird that we're bringing up fat activism in healthcare. I think that's really, really dangerous that we're going to let these people try and bully doctors. I mean, to me, this whole thing reminds me so much of the anti-vax movement, it's not even funny. Like, I'm looking like, oh, fat Melissa McCarthy. Fantastic. Okay. But also, like, yeah, you're on a public forum. People are going to, like, take your videos and they're going to react to them. You have your face on here. I'm assuming that Raven May, probably some version of your name. Like, you know that this is probably going to end up on a public forum, especially when you're spewing such bullshit. Like, come on, honestly? You're so mad about it? It's ridiculous.
You guys know what genre of music sucks? Swag rock. You guys know what?
Okay, so popular or unpopular, depending on your inclination, there's nothing wrong with forced versus unforced photos. I mean, obviously, there is nothing wrong with a healthy amount of fat. You know, I don't think that you need to be completely toned all the time to not be fat. Like, I have a little bit of a belly roll if I sit in a certain way, and that doesn't make me fat. I'm still well within a healthy weight range. And especially when we have these photoshopped images where there's like no rolls on a model, or there's all the rolls with models like Tess Holliday, I think it's good that we have influencers showing off that they do in fact have some body fat. That's actually really good. That's good for young people to see, because I think it's good to normalize having a healthy level of fat. We don't want people going too thin, but we don't want people going too fat either. We need to normalize that healthy medium.
Hey, genius. These medical conditions are primarily determined by genetics. So why y'all keep equating being fat with very specific stereotypical medical conditions is beyond my comprehension.
At think a lot's beyond her comprehension. Let's look this over. Gallbladder disease, diabetes, high and low cholesterol, hypertension, and death. Now you're right. All of these are things that a skinny person can get. However, if you are overweight, your chances of getting these goes way up. If you are thin and you get these diseases, well, and death, everyone's dying. We can just chill on that. Let's just scratch that one out, guys. We're just going to ignore that. But all the rest of them, if you are a thin person, yeah, chances are, like, you can get type 1 diabetes. That's genetic. Type 1 diabetes runs in my family. If I get it, there's really nothing I could have done to prevent it. It's genetic. But if you're obese, your chances of getting these is much higher. That's what's called a risk factor. If you take care of your body, if you eat properly, get a regular amount of workout, you walk daily, sleep properly, you don't drink or smoke in excess, you know, yeah, your chances are lower, never zero, but they are lower. If you're fat or morbidly obese, of course, your chances of getting these are higher. They're going to be higher because you're putting yourself at risk. And I'm tired of these people pretending they're not by spreading this stupid misinformation, especially to children.